Hello viewers, this is going to be my review for episode 17 of Arrow season 5. Oh my goodness, what an episode this was. It was equally brilliant and rubbish at the same time. Let's explain to you what do I mean by that. And first start with the brilliant stuffs about the episode. Everything good about the episode come from the flashback. And the flashbacks was brilliant. The story was really smooth. You could understand the purpose of Oliver going after Cobra, which was set up in the previous season when she made promise to her friend in that island, and also the way he worked on his own. It was really good. It was just like the Arrow of season 1, and it reminded us why the Arrow was so popular to start with and why everyone instantly fell in love with Arrow. This episode highlighted how skillful and how good Oliver is in terms of his fighting and coming up with strategy. He was really good and capable to decide himself what to do, what not to do, and come up with a strategy to take down a hall full of Cobra's people. And he didn't really need any sidekicks to help him, who normally be there just to nerf him down, and which is what actually was killing Arrow since season 2. The chemistry between Oliver and his friend Anatoly was really good, and it worked out really nice. Some of the expression that Anatoly gave, especially during when Oliver was taking down the chief of Cobra in one-on-one battle in the conference room, that was really nice. The confused look was really good, and it also really made sense why another Cobra guy double-crossed both Oliver and Anatoly, because he really didn't want to go against the Cobra for the vendetta of Oliver, and he wasn't convinced enough whether it was a good idea to go against such a powerful organization of Cobra. So it really done well in terms of storyline, and at the end of it, the motivation for Cobra to use the gas and the motivation for Oliver or the Bradba and Anatoly to go on a war against Cobra, it worked out really well. So all in all, it was really good. Now, away from the flashback into the real storyline, what was everything bad about this episode is to understand what was actually going on, because personally I didn't understand what was I watching. So in one hand, Prometheus, aka Adrian Chase, captured Oliver and was torturing to make him admit something, and Oliver didn't even know what he wants. Chase wants Oliver to admit. So in that confrontation, at one point Artemis came in, and Prometheus forced Artemis to go against Oliver and gives her a knife to kill Oliver, or Oliver to kill Artemis. Naturally, Oliver didn't want to kill Artemis, so he just took the knife away from Artemis. But if you think about it, what do Chase really gains out of this? Because at the end of the episode, it was established that Chase could all along see that Oliver was a murderer, a killer, so he was just finding an excuse to kill all those people that he killed in season 1, and which is what he wanted Oliver to realize by the end of his torturing, and admit that to him by Oliver himself that he was a killer. It was really hypocritical in a sense that Prometheus himself was killing innocent people, and he was torturing Oliver and Oliver's girlfriend in the previous episode. So it didn't really actually make sense what was his motivation for all this, and to really make a season based on this storyline, it doesn't really work. And his father, Prometheus' father, wasn't a good man. And how does he know so much about Oliver, whether he was doing all these things based on a lie? Sometimes we don't even know ourselves what we are doing. It is really, really annoying to think that somebody else who didn't even meet you for all the time came out of nowhere and claiming that he knew all along. You just found an excuse to kill all those people. It didn't really work out well for me. And also, the Artemis character is a really, really let down of a character, because I don't really understand what she gains out. What does she gains out of this part of her? Because in one hand, she wants to see Oliver suffer. So, was there any link between Oliver murdering one of Artemis's parents in the past seasons, especially in season 1? And if so, that would make sense, but they should actually make it clear already. If there isn't, it doesn't actually make any sense, and there is no point of keeping it secret now that Oliver knows and the viewers also can see that she betrayed Oliver. So that character was done really, really badly. I don't actually find the point of Artemis' character, and it is a letdown of a character for me. And like I said, the Prometheus character doesn't really work out for me. I mean, if you are just going to prove that Oliver was a killer, there are many other ways you could do that. You don't have to kill a bunch of people and torture him to get that out of his mouth. You could just befriend him from your position as a DA and maybe come up with some other technique and get him to realize that he was a killer. But oh my god, I feel so guilty for routing the Hood in season 1 after watching all this in this episode, especially in the current storyline, because it made me feel like that all along all of us were routing for a killer. Even Oliver is accepting of this new revolution, and he looks like a beaten person. So I don't really know if the story works on from there on, because it's really hard to look forward to the storyline of and the adventure of Arrow from what happened in this episode. So it's best to forget about all these things that ever actually ever happened in this episode, apart from the flashbacks, because that was really good, like I said previously. I will give this episode a 9 out of 10 because of the acting of especially Oliver and Adrian Chase in the prison, and Anatoly throughout the episode was really, really good. The action was fantastic, the use of arrows and the music along with the actions and the storyline of the flashback made this episode really good. Just ignoring the fact what happened in the prison and the revelation that came out of that. So yeah, I'll give it a 9 out of 10, and I'm looking forward to the next episodes of how they bring it back together, because I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you like more, I will make more reviews for the future episodes of Arrow and Flash. So if you do like it, give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.